Okay, welcome to the Cold Hard Facts Podcast. I am DNA, the only one, the one and only, of course, back again once again. And I have a very special guest in front of me today, Melo, the Generation Hero. How are you today?
Oh man, I am excellent. You guys, what's up? Thank you for having me on Cold Hard Facts. I'm excited to spit some facts about who I am, share the facts about my music, how I grew up, and what I got going on next. So yeah, you already know it's Mrs. Manifest the Elevation, Love Optimistically, and we here.
Yeah, what's up? Pardon me for being in my phone a lot. I do be in my phone a lot. It's just literally how I don't even be taking notes. Honestly, this is finna come. Everything finna come off the dome because off the strength of like just already like listening to everything that you have done and already and just like going into just knowing who you are. So this is gonna really be free flowing and you just speak on what's on your mind. First I wanna say, yeah, you're very talented. Very, very talented individual.
Thank you.
I like what you're talking about. Talk to me about your name first. How did you get that name?
Okay, that's a dope start. I'm from the low end. I always been Brownsville, low end, crazy states of the lake. So I never wanted to totally be a product of my environment, but I wanted to kind of let that be known, like, so I guess that's the meat and the low. And for a long time, I struggled with my individuality of not conforming to the violence, conforming to, sex, murder, drugs, just the things that go on, in a typical urban neighborhood. But I wanted to stay me, but I still wanted to have a connection to the low end and where I'm from because I value my neighborhood so much. I value, low end, crazy, states of the lake again. Like I value the upbringing. And for people who don't know where the low end at, Bronzeville, Bronzeville was a prominent neighborhood or community in general, even during when some of our ancestors came up here from, the segregation times down south. 'Cause my dad's from Mississippi, and he taught me how to rap. So I went to an artist development called MC School. It was artist development training. It was like a boot camp. And my mentor, Phenom, he was like, all artists have a name that means something. So I was Melo from like 2015 until like 17, 18. And when he challenged me during that cohort, I came up with the acronym Manifest the Elevation, Love Optimistically. And I got that acronym because at the time, I was going through some personal things, and that's how I knew that I wanted to be an advocate for individuality and like to be just free spirited and love who you are. And if you can know who you are as an individual, then you will know what part to play in the collective and ultimately in this society to change things. And the Generation Hero, I ain't have nothing around with Melo, so I said the hero. For a long time, I'm like, why did I name myself the hero? Because then that gives me a certain label when people think that, but what I realize is that we all have superpowers, whether you're a rapper, you're a painter, or you're a podcaster, you're a host for a podcast, whatever you do as a business, as a brand, and we all the Justice League out here, so I'm just 1% of like the Justice League, the Marvel versus DC. We are all superheroes if you can tap into yourself, your talent, and your passion and your craft. So that's why I am Mrs. Manifest the Elevation, Love Optimistically, aka the Generation Hero.
All right. Do you feel like tempted to change your name because of the fact that it's so long?
a great question. I've never wanted to change my name because it was so long. I wanted to change my name because it was so strong. Right? And like going back to what I said, people think you're a hero when they call you with all their problems, want to call and borrow money, want advice from you. You know, sometimes I want to be a villain. Sometimes I just want to be a regular human. Sometimes I just want to be, I want to take the Batman cape off. You know, I just want to be Clark. Sometimes I just want to be Misha. Honestly, I was Boss Misha. If you go to a lot of my older raps on SoundCloud, I'd be like Boss Misha on the track. So that was my original rap name. So my name, Demisha. So I was Boss Misha. I didn't want to be just like the boss. But like I'm trademarked. Like I got some of my business together, and I'm not gonna change it for the world, no matter how much I want to. It's unique, and no one has this name, so it is long. Hopefully, my legacy be as long as my name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you also a DJ?
I am not a DJ. Shout out to my official DJs, DJ Rock Smooth and DJ QT.
Okay.
Actually, we just had a show, the Righteous Rise Community Block Party / back to school event. DJ Rock Smooth was there. He shut it down. Shout out to DJ Opportunity. Low End Crazy. So yeah, I'm not a DJ, but I feel like I love music.
Okay.
I'm an MC. I'm a poet, rapper. Just getting into my painting. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
You are owner of a seafood spot?
It's just not a seafood spot, but I am an owner.
Soul food.
It's okay. I'm the owner of Diana's Diner. Diana's Diner is the name of that entity was named after my late grandmother who passed away. So she taught me how to cook. Growing up in the kitchen with her, she passed away December 23rd. When I was 12 years old in 2008, in the house, so 2 days before Christmas. That caused a lot of emotional turmoil with myself, with that being the first family member to pass away. So it was the first time I experienced death and grief. I was in 6th grade. I then went to Ada S. McKinley, and there was a culinary program. So I did that. I started going to Ada S. McKinley. I ended up going to CSW, which was Community Service West High School, which was a culinary institution for high schoolers. I graduated with my management degree and everything in culinary, so I just jumped off the porch with that one right there.
I'm jealous.
No. You can book us. Hit the DM. My telephone's number is somewhere on my page. You know what I'm saying? My email. It's definitely ways to get at me for food. We just fed over 100 people, 100 families for the Righteous Rise block party. You can see me on the videos cooking up some fish, chicken, burgers, hot dogs. We had greens. So I want to do something. Let me get into that a little bit more. The concept, Diana's Diner, I want it to be a diner. I want it to be healthy, but I also want it to be holistic and have that soul food. So as you can see, bro, he was just eating some scallion pancakes. But I tried to make it like a pizza. Obviously, it didn't hit how I wanted to, but it wasn't nasty. That's what he said. Right. So I want to make sure that my grandmother had different complications with it. It was diabetes, and she passed away from a heart attack. A lot of us don't understand the importance of you are what you eat, So that's why I wanted to bring the soul food. The food is coming from the soul when I cook, but obviously, ultimately, it's gonna nurture your food. It's gonna nurture your soul, So those vegetables that I had in the kitchen that you've seen, maybe not. I actually picked those out from the garden. So these are food that's fresh, organic, planted by us and for us. So if I can not just monetize that gift as a chef, but really educate our people on why the importance of eating good and all of us be healthy, you know what I'm saying? Not always having itis every time we eat, Popeyes is good. but it ain't like Diana Diner, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Dang. Okay. Tell me about Bold Journey magazine.
Shout out to Bold Journey magazine. So that is another platform who interviews artists, curators, fashion designers, any type of artist. I probably found them the same way I found you, by reaching out, like, yo, hey, this is who I am, introducing myself, and initiating an interview. And actually, they interviewed me a few times. I think my first interview with Bold Journey magazine was in 2020, like during COVID, and I think that it was an dope opportunity for both of us as an online magazine, because during COVID, like, you know, we couldn't see each other, so they just sent over some questions. I answered the questions, sent them back, and then I was published. My interview was published like a blog. So like, man, just stepping stones, like just to look back and know that was one of my first interviews, like one of my first blog entries. You know, I feel really well like what I'm doing now. It's not a coincidence that I'm on this podcast and I'm talking to you, that I'm on this platform, and I'm still grinding and shining, because anything is possible.
For sure. Okay, so let's get into your music. So how long exactly have you been doing this as far as music goes?
So, my dad taught me how to rap, right? My dad went to jail when I was 5, so between the point of me being the newborn to 5, I had like training, like real life. My dad was like one of those Mississippi speed rappers, like Twisters, Crucial Conflict, but Mississippi, Juvenile, Silk the Shocker, like that's the music that I grew up on. That's the influence. Project Pat, I'll bust your head, I'll whip your head, boy, you know, like that's my influence.
Right.
But I'm from Chicago, obviously. My first talent show was when I was like 13 years old at the YMCA on the south side, on like 30 something in Wabash. My goddad was like, yo, goddaughter, what you want to do? And I'm like, what's in it for me? And he was like, exposure. And I'm like, what's that? And like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, well, you can have an opportunity to get some studio time with Twister where you can win $100. And at the time I was 13 years old and I was smoking and I won the $100. So I didn't understand what exposure really meant, you know, and I had to develop and be around like beautiful men and women and mentors who positioned me to learn how to position myself, to advocate for myself as an independent artist. Because like being an independent artist, making sure that I own all my royalties, and still to this day, I got a music Bible. My dad sent me a music Bible, teaching me about 360 deals, teaching me about reading my own contracts, teaching me about buying my own beats, teaching me about the difference between leasing a beat and the exclusive rights. So even to this day, my dad pours into me, you know, not only into my music, but to my self-esteem as a woman. I'm the firstborn, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I don't know nothing about this. Keep going.
Yeah, a lot of, you know, man, you know how so I'm gay. I love women, right?
Right.
But you know how there's this nasty mindset between men and women, like, oh, she a bitch, she a hoe, she got daddy issues, or a woman like, that nigga ain't shit, he ain't got no money, he broke, he a mama's boy, or, you know, it's just always negative connotations between, like, you know, the man and the woman when it comes to like family.
Right.
I never experienced that with my father going to jail. I never experienced my mama tearing this black man down, you know. I never experienced she saying anything bad about his character. You know, my dad can be a little bit bold at times, and when he mad, and maybe this just me having grace. You know, he pouts sometimes, but I have grace because I understand the man of institutionalized man. You know what I'm saying? Being in his position, because I'm 28, he been gone for about 25 years. You know,
right.
But still pours into me. So I just, I appreciate. I don't feel like. I feel like I'm definitely set apart. Like when it comes to just like how God is able to minister to me through different people, and how he created my heart to just be understanding when it comes to certain things, and be forgiving. You know, because a lot of young men and women who probably father been gone. My favorite rapper, Tupac, where he say, my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. So a lot of us feel like that.
Right.
And I can't speak for everybody, but I can resonate with Tupac, but I gotta be able to make my own lyrics and tell my own story through what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So, I'm guessing you don't really listen to too much music that's out there already then, seeing as Pac is such a big influence on you.
That's a good question. No, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I don't. My shorty be like, I be knowing all the songs, we in the car and all that. And I just be like looking, or I go to the party, you know what I'm saying, if I decide to pop out. And I know some of the music, but me right now, what's on my playlist, this is a lot of neo soul. It's definitely a lot of MF Doom. I just been like, I'll put MF Doom on and I'll paint. You know what I'm saying? I'll put like the old Dusties on Love and Happiness. You know what I'm saying? Anita Baker.
Right.
I'll put some rock music on. And we all just entertain us. You know what I'm saying? I will play 70s rock, 60s, 80s, 90s. Like, I like nostalgic music. And it's not that either of these artists are bad. I just want to hear some substance. I don't want to hear kill, drill, shake that ass bitch. Sometimes I do. Because that's the culture.
Right.
I don't want to necessarily keep up with the culture. I want to be the one that's shifting the culture, changing the culture, and trendsetting the culture. So I can't be a sponge to what the culture is doing if I'm trying to shift it. I mean, my ears to the streets, but I can't be that dead. I can't be immersed in it, because it do something to my mental health, man. And it does stuff to all of our mental health, and we don't even know. So I'm aware of what it does to mine, and I just move accordingly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talk? So what was this always the message when you speak in your music? Because in the beginning, because you had those influences like Juvenile and Project Pat, and so you gotta take me through the years of when did it really shift for you?
Man, so like Boss Misha, right? Boss Misha. I got a song on Spotify. I'm like, that Kush got me geek. The Kush got me geek. And that shit reek. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was turned up, you know what I'm saying? I was a turned up ass shorty. I got another one called Off the Shit. Say she wanna be off the shit. She ain't feeling new. She off the shit. Come on, baby, take another hit and another sip. Let's get intimate. More joints, let's talk shit. She like to talk the shit when she off of it. You know what I'm saying? Then I've always been conscious. I've always been like that civic engagement, that activism has always been in me.
Right.
And when I realized that I've done things and been through things that has shaped decisions and consequences in my life, and I have had opportunities to really change my life, and I realized that if I'm gonna change my life, I cannot halfway in and halfway out. I think it's some type of Bible verse like you can't serve two gods or you can't be lukewarm. I ain't saying I'm a Christian rapper at all, because I'm not. Excuse me, I'm an artist, and whatever I put on wax, whatever paint you see on the canvas, that's what me as an artist I'm putting out. But for integrity reasons, for branding reasons, and for individuality reasons, to just be different as a trendsetter, like I just realized I didn't want to take that drill route. I didn't want to take that course. And I'm probably raw as hell. And to be honest, when I'm freestyling, that shit come up out of me.
Right.
Because that's all we know. That's the foundation.
Right.
But is it really all I know? I got books over there I'm challenging myself to read so I can get better in my vocabulary, so I can get better in my storytelling element, because that's what truly hip-hop is about. Right. Storytelling, knowledge, not just this fugazi entertainment that we see on the media, which is why the cold hard facts, should be put out there. Hip-hop was for us to grow. And if I'm a hip-hop artist, am I growing? Not just my money, my finances, me and physical, but my consciousness. So yeah, I did the street life. I still see people right now to this day, like, man, you've grown a lot. And I probably never say it personally in an interview or in my raps. I would just let the elevation, y'all should be able to see it. My fans and my supporters should be able to see it. And only time can tell, because I think that every rebirth is just the beginning. I think it's always the beginning. And if I'm truly leaving that trail for the next generation, it's never gonna stop. Because that's what KRS-One, DMX, the Tupacs, the Nipseys did for us. The Eves, the Queen Latifahs, the Bahamadia, that's what they doing for us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Are you worried about the fact that you preaching the messages you preaching now? Are you worried about it can come off too preachy?
I don't worry with a fear. It just takes me much longer to find my audience. So I may not be blown up, might not have it where I want to be yet, and it's not because I don't have it, and it's not because the fans are not there. I just gotta find my fans, and my fans have to find me, so I gotta keep pushing more out. I'm not worried about being preachy because, again, I'm not a gospel rapper, but I can't say that gospel has not had an impact on my life, like the gospel, the truth, the way, and the light. I worked at Lollapalooza this summer. T-Pain had an amazing performance. When I was growing up, T-Pain had such an influence on me. Like that 2005, 2005, 2008 to 2012, that era, T-Pain was going crazy. I'm in love with a stripper, you know what I'm saying, But he had an interview that he was like, man, this auto-tune, I'm from the church. I'm from the church. He got a song called Church. And he talking, you know what I'm saying, that's one of my favorite songs. But a lot of people, prominent artists that you see in the industry, Anita Baker, Beyonce, you know what I'm saying, they had backgrounds of church, you know what I'm saying, and ministry in their life. So who am I to have it? I'm from Chicago. I made Jesus Christ. I'm never going to hell. Come on now, yay. You know what I'm saying, Chance the Rapper. I got angels all around me, so to some point, as an artist, I gotta get credit to the biggest creator of all things. I'm just a small creator compared to how much God created.
Right.
But, hell no, I don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, I get it. You're absolutely right to feel that way. So, I guess I can get to the boring interview questions too.
It's lit. This is a lit interview. These are dope questions, especially to be just free.
And that all came off the dome. I don't like to toot my own horn, but you know.
No, you going through the page. And,
Yeah.
and I see what you're doing now.
Give me your top 3 albums of all time.
Top 3 albums.
I know it's a tough question, but I ask everybody this just to see where their head at.
Okay.
And some people cheat, like they throw 3 albums in one.
Right.
Or 3 albums that you can't live without.
Okay, I'm just thinking. Like, it's
Yeah.
like,
I'm just, you know, yeah, I know it's a tough question. I just, you know, like to really paint the picture.
That was so dope. It's not that it's not even this just because this is my top 3, but Ludacris, like that DTP that roll out,
Okay.
and that album, like
So,
that
like,
year.
Word of mouth, that's what's up.
Word of mouth, that was a dope concept album, you know what I'm saying? And I was raised on Ludacris, you know. I think that Mary J. Blige, that you can look at my life and see what I see that album.
My life.
My life, man, that was a dope album. And then I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar, the album where Money Trees was on.
That's the first studio album. Well, technically it's his first album. Technically, it's not because some people classify Section 80 as his first album.
Right, but Section 80 is not my favorite from him. But
right.
But it also wasn't How to Pick a Butterfly. Was How to Pick a Butterfly on that same album? No, it was Kunta and yeah. But yeah, that's something I can listen to back and forth. Kendrick Lamar got the hard, right? The hard part 1 through 5. I think that should just be an album by itself. I'm serious. No, like it's dope. So yeah.
Do you want to get signed?
I'm signing myself already.
Okay.
I'm signed to Melo Generation Hero Productions. What I would like,
a distributor?
Yes. Not necessarily a distributor. What I would like, maybe a production deal.
Okay.
My goal would be probably to manifest a production deal more than anything.
Okay. Partnership, maybe?
A partnership, like that's the main thing, a production partnership. So I have Melo Generation Hero Productions. The reason why I didn't do it as a record label right then and there, like why didn't I LLC or turn my corporation into a record label, was because I was not fully developed in audio engineering, but I was already exposed to event planning, curating, like event coordination and photography, videography. I took classes for that, so that's why I was led to do more production. When I think about like Master P and what he did, like with his production company and then record label, and then like just how his steps, like he's one of my favorite like Black African American artists, or like who did what he did on the level and the scale that he did, from like the streets to trenches, the urban communities. So that's someone who I pay close attention to. And just him being an independent artist. So I think that independence is so important. Waka Flocka is another one. What's that? Brick Squad. I think Brick Squad was Gucci, but Waka Flocka ended up branching off and doing his own thing. So yeah, there's another guy. What's his name? Lil Russell. He from like California. Something out there. Like he got Good Company.
Yeah.
Like so, there's people out here right now that are success, like that word is subjective, and it's like what are we measuring success on? You know, what is success to you? So success to me is staying 100% independent. You know, so being signed, I don't know. Like I go into big studios and all that. I have some people that I want to work with who are signed, but I want to have that creative control of my own content.
For sure. Okay. What do you feel like your biggest accomplishment in music is so far?
I don't think that I have achieved it yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
The fact that you got an LLC is something though.
That's dope. Yeah. Like no, not even okay. Well, if we want to like count our success, like if, I would say that the fact that I have the community trust me to curate events that are family friendly and that are no violence. I've been in the business, in the production business, on my own. Melo the Generation Hero. We just celebrated our 7th birthday in August this month. I got LLC in 2018 or 2019, so about 6 or 7 years. And I've been throwing community events since then. And when we look at hip hop, when we look at Chicago, when we look at rap, a lot of people don't want to come to parties. Right. Chicago is actually very super cliquey, and there's so much talent in the city.
Right.
But I don't have I guess when I say cliquey, I don't mean gangs. I'm just mean like the skateboarders are with the skateboarders, the drill niggas with the drill niggas, the pretty girls with the pretty girls. You know what I'm saying? The scientists are with the scientists. My brand likes to merge all of that and say, okay, here's the periodic table. All of us can exist. Now we don't want to mix no fire with no explosives.
Right.
I do understand my crowd and my audience. Right. But ultimately, Melo the Generation Hero Productions would like to give a safe space to everybody to have fun and have that block party type of vibe, that grandmother's cookout type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Fun, peaceful. You know what I'm saying? You want to get silly and get drunk and twerk, head. Like, we want to, that's in our culture to shake ass, bro. We going to do that regardless. But let's do it modest, let's do it fun, let's be ourselves, let's make sure that we get in here in one piece and we leave it in one piece. Like, that's what my brain is all about.
For sure. So what keeps you inspired?
Man, my siblings, honestly. My siblings, I'm the oldest of 4. I got a little sister that's incarcerated. I got another little brother, he's in his senior year of high school. I got another little brother who would have been 23 or 24 this year. He passed away to gun violence. So I just think that I got just within my household, I've been affected by so much that I can dig into myself at any day and say, why stop? I got those things as pillars to not stop. You know what I'm saying? I put myself around other like-minded people. One of my best friends is cinematography. I don't know nothing about it. The things that I don't know about production, like my right-hand man knows. I ain't know nothing about a tilt shot, a trolley, none of that stuff. Like, this guy teaching me all this stuff, My favorite cousin, Tony Mano, he's an immaculate MC. You probably should interview him. Him and Chi-Town Gutterman is another one of my cousins. They just inspire me. Like, these are brilliant minds, beautiful black men who are family oriented, and they're always pushing me past what I think my limit is, So I got really dope people around me, man. Cause I ain't gonna tell you like that I'm this high energy person all the time. For the most part, I am. I can't shake that quirky, silly attitude that I have. I'm gonna always like make people laugh. I'm super inquisitive. I'm gonna ask questions. But there's times when I experience the human emotions of depression and feelings of failure, Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Producers that you want to work with.
Man, that's an easy question. Because I've been saying this and I'm going to keep speaking into existence. I want to work with Missy, yo. I want to work with Swiss Beats. Bahamadia, she also produced too. Right now I'm working with Rock Smooth, he's also a producer. So we got some stuff going on. I work with 48 Crates, Cap One, that's my uncle, man. He produced my first album, Elevation. But like industry wise, I want to work for her. She produced some stuff too. So yeah, like I got a good range of fields of like music in general. For real, I can't forget about for real, Joe. Like yeah, so I know that was top 3: Missy, Swiss, and for real. Like so that's hip hop, but her for sure. You know what I'm saying? I gotta work with her.
Okay.
Do Janaea Aiko produce?
She don't. She just worked closely with one producer that pretty much like take care of all of her sounds.
Yeah. So do you know Cleo Soul? Do you know what that is? She's a neo soul artist.
No, I don't think.
Her husband produces like all her stuff. They're a dynamic duo, and I can't think of his name. Okay. But I want to work with him too, man. I want to work with them on a joint project. So yeah.
Let's see. Okay, what's one song out of your full catalog that you feel like people sleep on?
I think people is really sleep on Studio Felony, which is the outro. Like honestly, featuring Zane Taylor. It's R&B. But I'm spitting, she's singing. And I think people are asleep on that because the goal for me was to bring back like that 90s feel. You remember when most MCs in the 90s, all of them had some type of R&B song. Mm-hmm. So like Studio Felony, I Kill a Crowd, My Melody. Used to Bad Reggie smoking on Huff, couple dollars, about a piece of puff. Bands that worked out so much they got buff. Hit them all about all types of stuff. Impeccable, we crack the bowl, freaky flow. If the police come, act like you don't know. Like people sleep, I'm spitting on that. You know what I'm saying? And then she's doing her thing. She's singing. You know, it's a beautiful collaboration. I got a video to it. The video. It was shot by T Boogie, edited by me. It's on YouTube right now. You go ahead and check that out. We got a couple thousand views. But yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Any artists you want to work with? Talked about producers already.
So as far as an artist, I want to work with Cleo Soul. I want to work with mostly R&B artists. I don't know why. On some rap stuff, I'll do a song with Glorilla. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll do a song with her. Who else? I'll do something like Tyler, the Creator. I want to do something with like any of the old heads, like you know the Twisters and I'll do something with Kendrick and Jay-Z. I wouldn't mind. J. Cole for sure. Though she cold, she's hip hop. I think being in the studio with her or just vibing with her, I would like to see where a track goes. You know how people have features and they never put them out?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to put music out, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm sitting on, like, a lot of features right now.
Right.
People ain't putting out. So it's
right.
Like, when I work, I want to work, you know, I'm putting it out there, you know.
I get that. Yeah, they holding on to it.
Yeah, it's some nice female MCs that I be seeing like on social media too. Like, and I might not remember their names, but I like it. I like what they doing. I like what they about. You know, so it's never like I'm just trying to skip the level that I'm at right now,
right?
And shoot straight up for the stars,
right?
That's the people who are stars in their own elements. So yeah.
Okay. I surprisingly don't have anything else as far as questions go.
Yeah.
If you wanted to give shout outs, you can.
Yeah. Are you gonna cut and edit this video, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Cause you did pause a lot.
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to think before I speak. Let me see. I think I shouted out pretty much. The shout out Tony Mano, shout out brother man, T Boogie man. Shout out Kiana. One of my homies. She has a brand for advocating for mental health. She has a segment on Voices Behind the Pen every Monday at 8:00. Let's see who else.
You gotta send me the info on that.
Yeah, I will. Who else? DJ Rock Smooth, DJ Opportunity, DJ QT, DJ Maya Marie. I'm gonna work with her very soon. Shout out to Shock House, one of my producers, 48 Crates. So yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Man, my mentor for K Love, MC School, Taylor E. Shout out Taylor E, man. Taylor E came to the event. I was surprised to see her. Shout out to Asha Omega. She doing her thing too. You be seeing Asha?
I seen Asha perform for the first time a couple weeks ago at this. I don't want to say the name wrong, but it was an arts festival. Arts Fest. It was like the first of its kind where they had artists, actual artists, painters, and music and different designers, vendors.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first time I seen her perform, and she's really good.
Oh yeah, she dope. So when I was talking about MC School, that was one of the young ladies that was in MC School. It was 7 of us. So yeah. Yeah, man.
That's it?
That's really it, though.
Okay.
Shout out me. Shout out you for booking this, and I appreciate you coming through, bro.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
So I end every podcast, every episode with some, dope words. Just want you to take it with you. I'm gonna put this on a shirt one day, just for y'all to let y'all know. Like I said, merch coming soon before the year is over. So appreciate your haters because they love you just as much as the people that love you do. We out.